I'm trying to think. I mean, my other company, Express Gifts, and again, we talked about tipping point earlier. That when you look at some of I think virtually all of their transactions are now online. When you get a high proportion of transactions online, and often it's to do with the customer profile, because if you've got an older customer profile, for example, then that move to online might be slower, if at all, because you've got to take your customers with you. And what ShopRite said before is that they were led by the customer. I can't think of any other, the ones that I'm aware of and familiar with, that have decided, no, they're not doing this anymore, like Express Gifts, for example, which is, not as big a turnover, about £300 million, specialist, multi-channel retailer, and they've still got catalogues very much as their repertoire. A few of the old home shopping businesses have now gone, but Empire Stores was bought by ShopDirect, for example, and at the time they were a big company. And what's happening, there's a lot of consolidation happening. So again, ShopDirect had multiple brands within its portfolio, and now it's only got two. So they're doing a lot of consolidation, and that then creates efficiencies within the system. But I can't think of any, and certainly some of the smaller players, like let's see, Cotton Traders or Chums, which are sort of smaller businesses around the £30 million mark, so a lot smaller, but they're still producing, catalogues and off-the-page activity as well. If you look back, I think Alex Baldock did say that he was going against the tide in some respects, becoming a pure play compared to what else was happening in UK retail at the time. But Amazon's the one that we have to watch, and even some of the other players, like even ASOS, they don't do it a lot, but ASOS produce some form of brochure which is often in their parcels. So it could be that we have to think about what is the distribution method, because that is a cost as well, not just the physical production but getting it out as well. But I think ShopDirect are on their own in that respect. But then when you look at some of the big pure plays like Amazon, what are they doing? And my view is clearly now they're looking at the stores. Will they produce a catalogue? I don't know. I bet we'll see one. I bet we'll see some form of printed marketing from them in the near future. But that's only a prediction. That's not. I don't know that.
Yeah. And with the kind of, you had two things there which piqued my interest. One was consolidation in the home shopping space. I wondered if you could talk a little bit more about the examples there, about, you mentioned one, Empire Stores, but if you have other examples of traditional home shoppers that are now much smaller than they used to be or went out of business, have been acquired, that would be helpful. Related to that, you mentioned, kind of niche players like Cotton Traders, who obviously focus kind of on an older demographic. They're coming, from perhaps the home, a more traditional home shopping type business, but moving slowly towards online. Are those types of businesses just hanging on? Are they, eking out the best of their business model currently because their current customer base hangs around for a while? Or do you think they are successfully attracting new customers in new ways?
Yeah, I think, just to answer that one first, people like Cotton Traders and Chums, and maybe Chums specifically, and there's probably one or two others, like people like, what's these, Scots of Stowe and people like that I think they've got some decisions to make in terms of, and I think it's less about how they go to market, because they've got a transactional website. It's more about what their offer is, and I think that is a brand